Hey guys, so in this video I'll be showing you the difference between two videos that I filmed with the exact same footage. Basically I edited differently to give it a different type of vibe. For example, the first one I added letterbox, gave it a little different sound effects, edited differently with a different pace, different feel to it, color graded it differently, and then end result gave me something completely different than the second video, which is more uplifting, fun, not as scary, using the exact same footage. So just goes to show that editing does make a huge difference, and how you can get those results with the same footage, or how you get those results with in your videos. So check it out. Hey guys, So essentially, I have here the first video, which is the scary video. And the reason why it's scarier than the other is because right in the first shot, you can see I added some letterbox. And what letterbox are is this effect right here, and that just creates those black bands top and bottom. Second reason why is, and I just want to let you know that I didn't use any audio from the camera. This is all added audio. So the first effect that really makes it different is the letterbox. Second effect is, see, I put the exposure for the shadows slightly down and the midtones slightly higher. That gives it that contrast darkish look, and then saturation way down. And I also put the color, the midtones and the highlights slightly in the blue, since this is a green feel to it, so it gives it more of that um, serious look, and it takes away of that nice green color. It takes away from that, so that allows you to create more of a bland but dark feel to it. And of course, this follows through the same pattern of color grading in all the shots. Very low saturation, things like that. Also, the pace of the video is follows itself in sort of a slow way. So everything, you don't really know what to expect in the next shot. And then in the specific shot right here, where you kind of get scared because you think something's gonna happen because the music is increasing, but the wind is going down, which that was the some of the sort of the rumble sound effect that you were getting. That is decreasing, and then the drone bells are increasing, and that leads to one moment where the bird actually takes off, and then boom, nothing, besides noise. So a crash metal sound effect. And then I did this here is in is 50% slower. So this is, I actually filmed in 24 frames per second, just to give it that cinematic look. And also because I did that, it gives me like sort of a not as much quality or as many frames, so that I can actually capture the a proper slow motion video, which is what I actually was going for. I was going for a sort of a broken down slow motion. So here I slowed it down 50%, and with 24 frames per second, it gives you that very weird or broken down slow motion effect. And then at this point, boom, nothing. You just see a video but no audio. And then I just followed through with the wind gradually going back up. Of course, I added some water stream sound effects for the time that you saw water in the shot, especially this one, because there is water. You clearly see it go down. And then gradually did the same thing, increased the level of the audio, and just some sort of sound effect that would collapse at this specific point when I transitioned from this shot to this shot. And then that allowed for a very basic transition to become a lot scarier than it should be, because there's clearly nothing happening. It's just leaves. And then there's no more audio, and then boom, it comes back to just regular forest noise. And then the fountain, and then this is the last scare that you'll get, is just the fountain. You go from little fountain noise to boom, the big fountain. And that right there is what makes it a bit scarier. I think that the 20 frames per second really helped out in the in the feel that you get from this video. And then if you go into the fun video, the reason why it's less scary, is because I did the opposite with the colors. So color grading on this one looks like this. So I have here my exposure, I brought up my highlights. Saturation, I brought it up instead of down, so give it, it obviously has great color to it, so I kept that in there. And I put the midtones and the highlights. I usually only play with the midtones and the highlights, and I put those up in the light yellow / green, because that was the feel of that shot. And then I added an uplifting song, took out those letterbox, and there's some slow motions going on. Sorry, not slow motion, fast forwards going on here that gives you that feel of, you know, a fun video. Like this whole thing is fast forward. And then here you would have, you know, the same pattern of color that I was using. And then I added this shot that was not in the previous video, because obviously you don't want to have anything like a duck is a nice creature. It's a nice, you know, it doesn't fit in the other video. So I put it in this one, and it really like allows you to, you know, to see movement and something cool going on. And you know, a duck is a nice creature, so it gives you that feel to it. And then pretty much the same thing. This same scene that was scary in the first video is actually just a transition scene when the beat drops right here. Boom. Then the beat drops, and then boom, he just flies away. And you know, the video goes on. There's nothing much going on, but it's just really uplifting and really cool. And then of course the fountain looks pretty cool. And then it just slightly, I put a clean burn effect, and it slightly pans out and fades out with the music. So this video is all in nice and everything, with the exact same footage that I used for the scarier video, which is kind of crazy because editing does make a huge difference. And just to show you the original shots, for example, you know, they look very normal. There's nothing going on with them specific. These are the original shots. So they tend towards a bit more the scary side, I guess, but they have, you know, some cool green color to it that I can use because I shoot in neutral, so that allows me to really pull out the color after, you know, go get that green. For example, here I can go get that green out of there to give me, you know, something like this. Or, you know, I could get this green right here, even though the video doesn't necessarily, you know, you can go get those colors easier after. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Please, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and for anybody that was wondering what I was using as camera and lens, for the lens I was using this push action Canon EF lens. It's a 70 by 210 millimeter, and it's not the best lens, but it's really good for what I was using it for, and it gives you great shots. So definitely recommend it. It's only an f4, and I got some great shots out of it. And I was using my Rebel T3i Canon camera DSLR that I'm filming with right now, and a really cheap tripod. So not super expensive equipment, but gives you great quality at the end. So it doesn't matter the equipment, it's what you do with it. And then as editing software, I was using Final Cut Pro X or Pro 10. Thanks for watching.